St. Charles, Illinois. Boy, you guys love the river here. That Fox River, you're big fans of it.
Yes.
We're at Riverlands, which is not on the river, but it's not very far.
Oh, no, we're just 17 blocks up or something like that.
17 blocks.
There you go.
He's done the math. Riverlands, and this is the river. This is not, as I originally thought when I pulled in, bacon. It's not pieces of bacon. That's the Fox River.
If you see our tap handles, they do look a lot like burnt bacon. That's
burnt
true.
bacon, terrific. Riverlands comes about, the story is, you're a bunch of friends, and there's discussions about doing this, because originally you start out as a home brewer, right?
Yep.
And then at some point there's a 4th of July barbecue, and now it's all this. I'm gonna need you to kind of give me the cliff notes of how you go from a bunch of guys drinking beer on the 4th of July to this beautiful location. And keep in mind, Steve, it's a half-hour show.
Oh,
so yeah.
All right.
You got.
Well, very quickly, Eric, who's working furiously over here off camera, is our head brewer now. He was my beer nerd buddy, and I had started homebrewing with my neighbor, and after I got good enough where one of my batches was actually drinkable, and he's like, you know what, hey, you should come hang out with me. He just kind of got me hooked. Showed me the software to design beer.
You start as a home brewer, and you're working up the confidence to let somebody taste it.
When my skill level hit here, then Eric allowed me to come with him, and he showed me a whole bunch of stuff about how to design beer.
And Eric's skill level is here.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Well, now mine has increased since. But
so now you're here where Eric was.
He's still here, yeah.
And now Eric is here.
Right.
You're never going to catch Eric.
But anyway.
But that's not the point. That's not the plan. Eric needs to stay here.
Yes.
For everything to work out.
Correct.
So then it becomes this. I mean, this place has been open now for 3 years, right?
Yes.
This space is great because you've got this great tap room, and then the brew house is right there.
Yeah, and that was key. Transparency is super important. We wanted to make sure that you could actually see it happening. That's a big deal for us because we want people to be more in touch with craft. I think that's a big part of it. You were talking before about the ambassadorship of getting out there and getting more people interested.
Right.
When you could actually see the equipment and say, oh, hey, you want me to show you around? Like they really dig that, I think. I mean, I would have gone bonkers for that back when I was working in my garage.
What I love, just as somebody that is lucky enough to do this show and gets to go to different breweries, walking in the door, you're immediately hit with that wonderful malt scent, you know? That, like, I don't know why more breweries don't pump that out into the tap room.
Yeah, I mean, it smells like bread. It's great.
You feel like you're drinking on the brew house floor because, in a way, you really are. You guys were canning earlier today.
Yes.
That can be kind of a nightmare because there's a lot of moving parts. You had a mobile canner come in, so like everything has to happen on one day. You've only got the unit for how many hours?
Until we finish.
Okay,
but,
well that's good news.
We had to bring in some ringers today because we had to do a downstate loop, so we didn't have enough staff to get it all done, and we made some calls, and we paid some folks in beer today.
And people are willing to work for your beer.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think people like it, and it's kind of cool to see the inner workings and everything and how it works.
Is there a greater endorsement than somebody willing to work for your beer? Like the idea of working for beer, we would all check yes to that, but then your next question has to be, wait, what beer is it? And it's your beer they're willing to trade their labor for. I mean, that's got to make you feel good.
It does.
Right?
It does. It is really cool.
When I take a look at the beers that you make here at Riverlands, and I want you to know, like, this is going to sound weird, but I mean it as the highest compliment, and I think you'll take it that way.
Okay.
You're kind of all over the place, and that's by design. I mean, there's a lot of different styles there, but there's also a lot of traditional styles.
No, we want to have a mix. We want to make sure that we have a beer that can match with anybody. It was really important to have 16 taps so that we could show off a lot of different styles.
Right.
And then I think you don't want to just be like, oh, this is the one light option, or somebody's going to come in, and if that's what they're looking for, they're going to run off, and then they'll never see them again.
This is the Kayak Pills.
This is.
I imagine kayaking is big on the Fox River?
Yes.
And this would be a really good river beer, right? I mean, this is super
fantastic.
Super
the hotter the better. Year-round, lawnmower, you name it. If you're outside, you should be drinking it.
Pilsner, as you know, is a style that, I mean, a lot of things can go wrong and you can't really cover it up with other things. This is perfectly executed.
Thank you.
And you were telling me when the cameras weren't rolling that you've gotten to the point where this Pilsner, the recipe is so dialed in.
Yes.
It's written in stone.
We have now made new cans. We changed it on Untapped from the old yellow kayak, and now it is just kayak pills. We finally got
this is
one.
the beer
We've got one.
When
yes.
you come to Riverlands, like for sure, start with this or end with this. Make sure it's in your flight or whatever. But this is the one beer that you guys feel like cannot do a better job. This thing is so locked in.
Well,
and
until next batch.
No.
No,
come on.
No.
Yeah, there's no way you can improve this. It's just really crisp and light and
I tease
wonderful.
because we are always tinkering with everything, and I think this one we finally got locked up.
There are a host of great breweries right here in St. Charles.
Yes.
At the time that we're filming this, you're just about to release something called the
St. Charles 6.
St. Charles 6.
So there are 6 breweries in St. Charles, and we all got together and made an amber lager that we're going to be donating some of the proceeds to charity in downtown St. Charles.
So it's a really light, crushable amber that's perfect for summer.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's only going to be on draft at the St. Charles breweries. You guys should definitely come out and try it. I've already snuck some. It's good. So
yeah, I've also snuck some, and it's good. How in the world do you collaborate with 5 other breweries?
Well, the brew deck is not big enough for all of them at the same time. Some of them stood on the stairs.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense. It's Riverlands. It's a great place to come to when you come and visit St. Charles. Really excellent beer. It's a great vibe you've got going on here, and it's just a bunch of friends who had a dream, and now their dream is our dream. Keep up the great work, Steve.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I went to school in Germany, but he wasn't a wizard. But like, when you're in Bavaria,
He wasn't a wizard per se.
I'm glad you
Glad you clarified that.
like we are on TV and you are under oath. So thank you for letting everyone know it's not an actual wizard.
It's not like close up like
Right. No,
Dun, dun, dun.
No. Here in St. Charles, which is about 2 hours west. No? Oh, I swear to you, Brad, I'm not this difficult. Okay, last one.